I think the majority of us out there love to show off what we have made and like to express our opinions to the others around us on a particular subject. Well, did you know that with Amino and its amazing communities, you can do just that? With Amino, you have an entire world of communities right at your fingertips. For example, I'm on Nintendo Amino, Fire Emblem Amino, and Zelda Amino. With the majority of us being Pokemon fans here, I bet you're asking, well, is there a Pokemon Amino? There sure is, and with Pokemon Amino, you can talk everything Pokemon, create anything Pokemon, and do so many more Pokemon-related activities at any time of the day. What I really like about the Pokemon Amino community is that everyone is super friendly, and I love the feedback I receive in my posts. On Pokemon Amino, there are so many features that you can take part in. You can create polls, take quizzes to test your knowledge, talk or text with others in chat rooms, and if you want to see what's happening in real time, you can check out the community's live layer there so you can see exactly what's going on all the time. Right now, I'm on Amino too, and I have created a poll in regards to this video's subject. You should totally go vote on it and follow me on Amino. You've seen all the amazing features Amino has to offer. What are you still doing here? Link up and start connecting with others today. Welcome to the last part of Kanto's Fire Red and Leaf Green Best Team. We've done Venusaur's and we've done Blastoise's Best Team. Now all you fans out there get what you want. Yay! I get to talk about overrated Fire Lizard and the team I'm going to be making around this. Charizard is the worst starter out of the 3 Kanto starters when it comes to completing a Kanto playthrough. Megas do not exist here, so don't be like, Mystic, but it's a Mega. No, it does not exist. Charizard Shiny is pretty dope though, I cannot lie about that. But yeah, it's Charizard's time to shine, and we have a team revolving around it for all you Fire Lizard fans out there. Before we start this team though, I'm going to run through what goes in the Best Team real quick. The Best Team is a team of 6 Pokemon designed to perform outstandingly well against the game's specified gym leaders, Elite Four members, evil teams, and rival. This team is meant to do the best against any important battles in those games. Note that this also isn't the original Best Team for Kanto, this is revolving around Charizard. The original Best Team for Kanto will be in the description and in the ad card above. When it comes to making these teams as well, I also leave out egg moves and tutor moves if they are only available after post-game. However, I do use TMs and HMs to provide each Pokemon with a moveset that can come in handy for almost any situation. Those movesets can include level up moves, tutor moves, pre-post game if available tutor moves, TMs, and HM moves. The goal is to make a team with the resources and Pokemon you have in-game before you take on the champion. Now since you guys have a general idea of how this Best Team is going to go down, let's hop right into it. So based on the title of this video and how many times I've talked about it already, you pretty much know that the starter is going to be Charmander. Charizard, I'm gonna be real with you. It's not that bad of a Pokemon for taking on Kanto. I say that it is because I don't really like Charizard much and it just comes from my personal bias. Its stats are actually pretty good all around, having base 100 in speed and 109 in special attack. Its move pool, it's average in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So Charizard isn't a bad Pokemon. Fire Pokemon are just generally not that useful in Kanto, considering that a good flyer can do everything that a fire Pokemon can do, like Dodrio. But in this case of Charizard being a fire flyer, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or in this case, 1 stone on Charizard because it's quad weak. Just kidding. Okay, back to the analysis. Charizard has access to fly in this game, so it can actually act as our flyer as well. So it can now remove the flying slot on our team to add more Pokemon, which is actually pretty nice. Alright, let's get into Charizard's moveset. Starting off, we have Flamethrower for obvious stab, Fly for movement and stab, Dig for coverage, and Strength because HM slot. Flamethrower can be learned at level 34. Fly can be obtained from some random lady's house next to Celadon City. For Charizard's Dig, it's going to be available at the Celadon department store because the Rocket Dig TM is going to be used for a later member on the team. And Strength can be found after the Safari Zone when you find the Warden's Teeth. The Charizard line is great against Erica, Lorelai's Jinx, Bruno's fighting types, Team Rocket's poison types, and Blue's Executor. Yeah, Charizard doesn't do much in Fire and Leaf Green, but I mean, it's your choice to pick it. The second member we're picking up is Mankey. Mankey can be found on the route next to Viridian City. Mankey is primarily captured for the beginning of the game due to Charmander's weakness against Brock. Mankey can decimate Brock, especially when it gets access to the move Low Kick, which does more damage based on the opponent's weight. Brock having rock Pokemon, it's kind of obvious why Low Kick does so much damage. Other than Brock though, the Primeape line can be a great asset to anyone's Charizard team in general. Primeape is one of the best fighting Pokemon inside of Fire Red and Leaf Green and has some pretty good stats, having 95 base speed and 105 in attack. It's fast and hits pretty hard, helping Charmander get past Brock and Charmeleon through Mount Moon. As far as movesets go for Primeape, we got Seismic Toss, which can be learned at level 26. It's good for opponents that are just a pain to take down. Seismic Toss does damage equal to the user's level. Mega Punch can be learned right outside of Mount Moon from the 2 fighting dudes. It's just powerful, and sometimes having a powerful normal attack is actually nice. Rock Slide can be taught by a tutor instead of Rock Tunnel, and it's great for Primeape's flying weakness. Just be wary because it can miss. Lastly, Primeape should learn Brick Break. This can be found in the SSN. Primeape is great against Brock, Giovanni's Kangaskhan and Rhyhorns at the Viridian Gym, Lorelai's Ice type aside from Jinx, Bruno's Onix, and Blue's Rhydon and Eradicate early on. I still have no idea what happened to Eradicate. Rip in peace, man. The third Pokemon on our team can be located inside the Viridian Forest, being Pikachu. It can be a tad tricky to find it, but I promise it won't take forever. Raichu was on our team for Blastoise, and it returns again to aid Charizard. I explained in Blastoise why I use Raichu over Jolteon, and it's pretty much the same reasoning here. Pikachu can learn Thunderbolt at level 26, whereas with Jolteon you have to teach it via TM. You can use Jolteon if you'd like, but in this playthrough of Charizard we actually use another evolution, so up to you. But yeah, Raichu, it's very fast and helps out with Charizard's water weakness. Misty becomes easy after you obtain Pikachu, and so do all the water trainers in this game. Raichu is a great electric type, both fast and hard hitting with that special attack stat. It's also cute, so I think this Pokemon is going to be fun to use on the Charizard Best Team. It may not be as hard hitting as Jolteon, but it does very well. Trust. Movesets are a tad more complicated with Raichu, but we are using a moveset that is practically a duplicate from the Blastoise Best Team. This moveset has Thunderbolt for stab, Thunder Wave for paralysis and crippling speed, Quick Attack for a priority in case of emergencies, and Thief because of psychic types, and you can also find it in Mount Moon. The rest of the moves, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, and Quick Attack, are all level up attacks. The Raichu line is great against Misty, Lorelei's water types, Agatha's Golbat, Lance's Gyarados and Aerodactyl, and Blue's Gyarados and Pidgeot. Raichu is very cute, it's a really fast Pokemon, and it can be used in situations where you actually think it wouldn't come in handy. Trust me on this, I've used Raichu several times. Just bear with me, it's good. For our fourth member, we have another returning member, being Nidoking. As always, Nidoran can be found on Route 3 with a 14% chance in Fire Red and only a 1% chance in Leaf Green. So depending on which version you're playing, it can be pretty difficult to find, but very worth it. From there, you can evolve it into Nidoking right after it evolves in Nidorino, as there are no moves you need to wait for. With very good stats and move pool, Nidoking can absolutely crush your opponents, whether you're at the beginning of your adventure or about to take on the Elite Four. For its moveset, we have Thrash, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Earthquake. Thrash is the easiest move to put on Nidoking. Just simply get it to level 22 and boom, you're done. Both Thunderbolt and Ice Beam can be obtained at the game corner, so be prepared to sit down for a bit to grind for them, or if you have a lot of money, then just use your money from trainer battles. And finally, Earthquake is obtained after your gym battle against Giovanni, so you'll probably want to rely on Dig until you get to that point. So like I mentioned earlier about Charmeleon getting the Dig TM at the Celadon Apartment Store, Nidoking is the Pokemon you want to give Dig to, and that TM can be found right after talking to Bill and taking on Misty at the Broken Into house in Cerulean City. Nidoking does well against Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Koga's Muck, Blaine, Lorelei's Water types, Agatha's Arbok, Lance's team, and Blue's Gyarados, Pidgeot, and Arcanine. God, man, Nidoking is starting to feel like Snorlax at this point, but he's just so good, I can't not have him on the best team. I love Vaporeon, and I am so happy I get to talk about it on my team. In my honest opinion, I think that Vaporeon is one of the best water Pokemon in the Kanto series of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Here's why. It's a bulky water type. Sure, we have Tentacruel, but poison doesn't get better until later generations. Earlier I said if you want to use Jolteon, you can, but that would mean sacrificing Vaporeon. If you want to use Jolteon, then the water Pokemon I recommend are Lapras for Fire Red users and Starmie for Leaf Green users. But if you still not want a version exclusive team, then Vaporeon should easily be your go-to water Pokemon. It's got a base special attack stat of 110, and it's overly all bulky with its 130 speed stat and special defense stat. If you're like me too, you like to use Water Pulse on it. You can literally get Water Pulse right after you're done beating Misty at her gym. Vaporeon's move pool isn't as vast as Starmie's move pool, but it can definitely come in a lot of handy. I'm going to be giving it Surf, Aurora Beam, or Ice Beam depending on if you want more power, and having Aurora Beam also saves time from going to the game corner, but in the end that's all up to you. Toxic because in every single bulky evolution of Eevee, having Toxic is pretty much the best thing that you can do, and it's great because it pisses people off, and as an Umbreon fan, I absolutely love that. Bite is good against Sabrina because Vaporeon can damage her second types while also being able to wall hits. Also, Toxic comes in handy for wearing them down. Other than that, Vaporeon does well against Erica, I mean if you want to be gutsy, Blaine, Giovanni's ground and rock types, Bruno's rock types, Agatha's Golbat, Lance's dragons and Aerodactyl, Blue's Pidgeot, Exeggutor, once again be careful, and Arcanine. Vaporeon is my fourth favorite evolution, and I name all of my Vaporeons Aquamarine. I hope it can aid you on your journey. Let's welcome this new best team member with open arms. Lastly, more than likely you guys saw this coming. Yep. Snorlax is pretty much back again. I explained in every best team it debuts in. It's the last normal Pokemon slot that can be used for anything. It's a bulky normal Pokemon with a huge move pool and can hit very hard. Honestly, use it in any way you see fit. Use it against Sabrina if you don't feel like using Vaporeon and being a toxic stalling jerk. Its moveset consists of Body Slam, Shadow Ball, Yawn, and Seismic Toss. Body Slam for Stab, which can be learned via level up, Shadow Ball can be found at the game corner, and Seismic Toss can be taught to Snorlax on the side of the Pewter City Museum. Shadow Ball is for Sabrina or for Agatha's ghost types, Yawn is just for annoyance, and Seismic Toss if you have a Pokemon that won't go down. It will work eventually. Have fun! Snorlax can be used for almost anything like always. Well, that pretty much wraps up the best team for Fire Red and Leaf Green Charizard Edition. Charizard was fun to build a team around, and to be honest, I actually had fun experimenting with different Pokemon. I'm honestly not used to using Fire Pokemon in Kanto, so using Charizard should prove to be interesting for all you daring fans out there. Also, Vaporeon is adorable, so have fun using that. Hopefully this team will be useful to you on your Fire Dragon journey, and I wish all of you the best of luck. What do you guys think of the team though? Would you change anything or leave it the same? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch, where I stream a lot of Pokemon content like shiny hunting, showdown battles, even Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky speedruns. I'm currently in partnership push for Twitch, so if you guys could come down and support, I would love that a lot. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly, Jubilee, and Dan Leone did, and I want to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrian, and I will see you in the future for some more awesome Pokemon content.